Good morning, students. I am your social teacher. My name is Visalachi. Today we are going to see the 7th standard history first lesson, sources of medieval India. Now come to the lesson. So in our history, medieval India is in 3 divisions. One is a early medieval period and middle medieval period and later medieval period. But in this lesson, we are learning early medieval period and later medieval period. So the early medieval period in the year is AD 700 to 1200. In the later medieval period, AD 1200 to 1700. So the 2 medieval periods, that is early medieval period and later medieval period. Early medieval period on the year AD 700 to 1200. And in the later medieval period is 1200 to 1700. The historians have many sources to study of medieval India. The historian people have many sources. Sources means evidence. Many sources to know the study of medieval period. That sources are inscription, monument, coins. These 3 evidence is telling about the medieval period. What are the sources of medieval period? Inscription, monuments and coins. And then account left by not only these 3 monuments and inscriptions and coins, not only these 3, and some of the evidence also they are giving that accounts means books. They are giving the books also. The Arabian, Persian and the Turkish peoples also left that book. They are given the book to this medieval period. These are the important evidence of our medieval period. And that chronicles. Chronicles means a record or a narrative description. What is the meaning of the chronicle? Chronicle means a record or narrative description of a past event. So they are giving the past event or record or in a narrating to giving that book. Also that is called in the chronicle. Who they are given? Persian, Arabian and Turkish are given this chronicles. That is the opinion of the chronicles are one side, that is in the king's achievements only they are giving. They are recording only the king's achievements. Let us now expose the various sources available for the study of history in the medieval India. This is the introduction. I tell you again. So the 3 types of a medieval period is India. In early medieval period, later medieval period, in between middle medieval period also. But in this lesson we are learning early medieval period and later medieval period. Early medieval period on the year is 780 to 1200 and later medieval period is in the year AD 1200 to 1700. There are the many study materials for knowing the medieval period. So another 3 important evidence for inscription, monuments and coins. Not only this, they are giving the account, they are giving the book also. So that books are given in the people as Arabs, Persians and Turkish. And chronicles, this is the one evidence or record to the description of the past event. And this chronicles is given only the one side, that is king's achievements only they are recording that. So not only this, we are going to learn some other informations or sources to the medieval period. And the next one is sources. That sources, what is the sources? Sources is supporting material, documents and records for the evidence of the medieval period. So the sources are the material, documents and record of the evidence of the past event or the medieval event. And then inscription. So already I told you. So there are 3 types of the sources is there, that is inscription, monument and coin. Now we are going to the inscription. The sources are in 2 types. One is a primary sources and secondary sources. How many types of sources is there? There are 2 types. One is the primary sources and the secondary sources. Primary sources is inscriptions, monuments, coins. So this is called the primary sources. And the secondary sources is, what is that, ma'am? Travelogues, biography and literary work. Travelogues, biography and literary work is called the secondary sources. So, and now come to the primary sources on inscription. Inscriptions are writing on the solid surface such as rocks, stones, temple walls and metals. So what is the meaning of inscription? That is, inscriptions are writing on the solid surface such as rocks, stones, temple and metals. These are writing in the inscriptions. And the Chola king give the various types of land to gift to the giving the gift to the people. That is, we know how they know the inscriptions of copper plates. And the copper plate grinds is a legal document. That is a judgments documents only they are printing in the copper plate. Islamic, Persian practice high cost of a copper plates made of palm leaf and paper. Islamic, Persian practiced high cost of a copper plates made of palm leaves and paper. The next subheading is monuments. The temple, palaces, mosques, domes are collectively called the monuments. The Sultan of Delhi introduced a new type of architecture, that buildings are in arch and the domes as a main features. The Sultan of Delhi was introducing the new type of architecture. What types of building they are introducing? Arch and the domes of a main feature. And the next one is coins. That coins pictures legend and then convey the names of title and dates and then logos of that king. That coin is printed on the king's name, legend and in the date, logos and all. Muhammad Ghori, he was the first introducing in the gold coin on that period. He stamped that goddess Lakshmi in his gold coin. Next one is religious literature. Devotional movement in the South India and later it is spread on the North India, that development of the Bhakti literature or Bhakti movement. Chola period was known as a period of devotional literature. And very important evidence for that devotional or Bhakti literature is on the Chola period is Kamba-Ramayanam and Sekila's Periya Puranam and then is Nalayira Divya Prabandham. These are the scripts during the Chola period. In the 15th century, the very important poet Kabir Das, he is a mathic poet. He is a very giving the more important for Bhakti movement. So mathic means he is fully dedicated to the Bhakti religion, Bhakti movement. Next subheading is travelers and travelogues. The very important person is Marco Polo. He is a vanished traveler, visited in the Pandya period on the 30th century. And he went to Tamil Nadu or India to twice that periods. And then he went Kayal, that is a port city of Tamil Nadu. Now in present we are saying the Thoothukudi district is called the Kayal. And that Kayal district, Kayal port, the Persian and the Chinese ships and all fall in, more ships and all fall there. And here Marco Polo is imported thousands of horses in that period. He brought from the horses from Arab and Persia country. In his book Thought High, he discussed the Indians' religion and regarding knowledge and social norms and all. He discussed in this book, what is the name of the book? Thought High. And now the recalling. The India have three types of a medieval period. One is the early medieval period, middle medieval period and later medieval period. And then here also we are already discussed, I recalled it. AD 700 to 1200 is early medieval period and later medieval period is 1200 to 1700. Sources are classified into two types. One is primary sources and secondary sources. The inscriptions on the stones, rocks and temple walls, that copper plates all printed in the inscriptions. Copper plates in the royal documents, royal orders. And then temple, palaces, mosques, forts are it's a collective called the monuments. And we discuss Bhakti literature. And during Chola's period, Kambaramayanam and Nalayira Divya Pramadam, this and all we are discussed. And finally, Marco Polo traveler is in the year in 13th century. These records too useful to know the glory of Vijayanagara Empire. In future we are going to learn the Vijayanagara Empire. This evidence is giving the glorious and more importance, more evidence to know the Vijayanagara Empire. So thank you, students.